The history of the Jersey population in South Africa is more than 100 years old, with the first animal arriving in the country from Jersey Island in 1881. It was in 1920 that Jersey SA, then called the Jersey Cattle Breeders Society of South Africa, was established, and the history of stud breeding in South Africa started. The main objective was, and still is, to encourage Jersey breeding in South Africa and to maintain the purity of the breed, an aspect that we will see later is being challenged, and a situation to which the society needs to adapt and incorporate to its advantage. The latest figures we have of animals in South Africa is 39,000 registered animals and 23,000 commercial animals on milk recording. There are many breeders who do not make use of these two official channels in their management system, and to which we do not have the official numbers. Hi, my name is Tessa and I'm from Jersey, South Africa. Today we will be looking at the role the Jersey cow has to play commercially in South Africa. We have seen over the last few years that commercial breeders versus registered breeders has increased immensely. There are two factors that we have identified that contributes to this decision of the breeders, and those two are finances and technology. On the financial side, the milk price in South Africa fluctuates quite a lot. Farmers are experiencing that the cost that they are putting into their dairy versus what they get out for their product does not add up, and they have to make decisions to make their farming or their dairy more profitable or financially viable. Therefore, they are growing their herds. We are seeing that herds numbers are increasing much more, and that the smaller dairy farmer is falling away. Along with that, they are deciding that the services of your society, as well as the two official milk producing or the milk recording entities in South Africa, is no longer needed, and that comes to the technology side of it all. There are quite a few mating programs and dairy management programs available to our breeders, and these programs offer them quite a lot of data that they feel that they can use to manage their dairy. The commercial breeder has found that the data which is offered by these systems is enough to suit their needs and to address their needs rather than using the official channels available. This does not mean that the commercial herd is in any way a lesser quality herd than that of his registered counterparts. There are many commercial breeds out there with deep pools of genetics that is on equal par with that of their registered counterparts. As a society, Jersey SA is acutely aware that innovative approaches is needed from our side to be able to accommodate the need of these commercial breeders, to have them form part of the national herd database. And we are in need of their data so that we can incorporate this data and grow the population that we have for research in the Jersey breed of South Africa. The biggest contribution of the commercial Jersey farmer in South Africa is towards the producing and delivering of high quality milk with enough solids to support the local cheese demand, the production of yogurt, mass, cream and butter, forming part of the staple foods in many South African households. South Africa is also an exporter of milk. Statistics from the MPO shows that in April 2021, South Africa has exported 34 million litres of milk. Just one of the main qualities of the Jersey cow that sets her apart from other breeds and makes her ideal for export into other countries is her production of high quality, nutritional, full cream milk, forming a basis of many African household diets. Jersey SA has developed its own index called the SA INET to be able to add breeding values to the traits of our cows. Traits such as somatic cell count, butterfat, protein and longevity. This analysis is being done 3 times a year, and the database that's being used for this analysis consists of registered as well as commercial animals. Once this analysis has been done, it is being made public by publishing it on our website www.jerseysa.co.za, so that anyone has access to it to be able to make their next line of decisions in their genetics. Your registered breeder has the added value of adding classifications to these breeding values when making use of the various mating programs in South Africa when choosing their next line of genetics. It is important to note that even though classifications is part of the membership package of Jersey SA, it is also a service available to any commercial breeder who wishes to make use of it. The scientists of the Logix Milk team are responsible for the compiling and the management of our genetic database, as well as the compiling of our indexes. Dr. Bobby van der Westhuizen, who is part of this team, will be giving us a bit more information on the matter.
Jersey SA is privileged to have a database that currently consists of 5.4 million test day records of South African Jersey cows measured in official milk recording since 1989, with added lactation yield records since 1970. The test day records consist out of milk production data as well as milk analytical data like protein, butter fat and lactose percentage, as well as somatic cell counts and milk urea nitrogen values. All data recorded on the South African Jersey Population Database are recorded via the International Committee of Animal Recording, or in short ICAR, certified recording programs. The performance data of the Jersey breed also includes reproduction and productive herd life information of more than 680,000 cows performed under the South African production conditions. It is also important to note that the performance recording is not limited only to Jersey stud breeders, but performance data from commercial jerseys are also included on the database to ensure that all the Jersey genetics that flow from the stud to the commercial herds are also recorded and are monitored to be able to see if these genetics that flows from the stud to commercial herds are also beneficial to the Southern African Jersey commercial farmers as well. All of these performance data is also supported by a total pedigree file of more than 1.1 million pedigree animals that is currently recorded on the Jersey South African herd book. These pedigrees are recorded from the 1930s and in some family lines stretching over 17 generations that is recorded. Although Jersey bulls are important from the US, Denmark, Canada, New Zealand, Australia and Great Britain, more than 60% of the bulls used in the active South African Jersey population are South African born sires that are bred and selected to fit the South African production landscape. The data makes it possible to run a successful national South African genetic evaluation for the Jersey SA and commercial Jersey cows that participate in milk recording. The first South Africa Jersey genetic evaluation was published in the late 1980s with participation in Interbull genetic evaluation commencing in 1998. Currently, the South African Jersey genetic evaluation is done by the South African Stud Book and Animal Improvement Association. The trait groups include in the South African Jersey genetic evaluation are production, other health, fertility, longevity and conformation traits. All linear classification data or conformation data is recorded by the South African Jersey Society since 1984. Production, other health, fertility and longevity traits are recorded through the recording programs. For example, the Logix Milk Registering and Recording Program, which are all ICAR certified systems. Since 2020, genomic information has also been added in breeding value predictions with the establishment of a single-step G-blood genetic evaluations for all recorded traits for dairy breeds in South Africa, based on a South African genomic reference population. The genomic enhanced breeding values predicted from the single-step Jersey genomic evaluations are therefore based on a Jersey cattle that were measured and recorded under South African dairy production and economic conditions. Genotyping also allows for Jersey breeders now to select for and against specific single gene traits in their breeding objectives. These information on these traits are, for instance, the beta and kappa casein content of milk, the DGAT1 gene, as well as the deleterious genes, for example, the Jersey haplotype 1, are now available for all animals that participating in the South African Genomic Selection Services. The South African Jersey population is the 7th biggest population of 12 countries that is currently participating in the interbull evaluations for the Jersey breed. According to results from the interbull evaluations, the South African Jersey genetic pool outperformed most of these international populations with regards to especially fertility, longevity, udder and feet and leg traits. The total merit index of the South African Jersey breed is called the SINET. The SINET combines all traits of economic importance with 35% weight put on production, 20% on other health, 15% on fertility, 25% on conformation traits and 5% on longevity. A fluid merit index with more emphasis put on milk yield and as well as a cheese yield index with more emphasis put on solid yields are also available to the Jersey industry. These indices have been developed by Jersey SA over many years to reflect the breeding of the ideal profitable Jersey cows suitable for the different South African dairy production environments and conditions. A web-based platform, saDairyBulls.com, among others, are available to the South African Jersey farmers, where all international AI bulls can be accessed on the South Africa scale for fair comparison across countries. saDairyBulls.com take all pedigree information into account for far as recorded on both the sire and dam side of the pedigree, to present the South African Jersey farmer with accurate inbreeding information. It is therefore an efficient tool in the hands of the South African Jersey breeders and farmers to ensure to maintain their genetic diversity within their herd and on the end of the day for the breed in South Africa. With climatic change being an evident reality, the smaller frame size of the Jersey breed gives them a clear advantage above the bigger frame-sized dairy cows under South African production environments. They are less susceptible to high temperatures and more efficient with regards to solid percentages in their milk, ensuring their sustainability in Africa. The South African Jersey population is genetically a sound population and led itself as a solid breeding ground for superior genetics for the rest of Africa continent and eventually to the rest of the world.
We have exported quite a few animals over the years to various African countries such as Angola, Malawi, Kenya and Tanzania, just to name a few. We love the Jersey and we know why, but there are quite a few aspects of her that I'd like to show to you why she is more adaptable to Africa than any other breed. With the different ecosystems and weather patterns in Africa, most animals find it difficult to adjust. That is not the thing with the Jersey. We know she adapts to various climate changes quite well. And then also, because of the major differences in ecosystem and weather patterns, planting, grazing for many of the farmers is not possible. They have to rely on dry feed. Because of the smaller stature of the Jersey, she will need less feed in order to produce a high quality milk and still give you the volumes that you need. Therefore, she is more economical in that way for any farmer in South Africa or in Africa. Another aspect of the Jersey that suits Africa much better is her calving ease that she has. Because there is less complication with calving, she is suitable for Africa, especially for your commercial as well as your rural farmer. On a commercial side, nobody wants to spend all their time on problem solving, especially in a large herd. Where on a rural area, not everybody has access to veterinarian services, and therefore an animal that calves easily without any complications is what they are looking for. Because the Jersey calves much more earlier than any other dairy breed, this will enable you to grow your dairy and your herds much easier and quicker and more economically than with any other dairy breed. There has been an increase of farmers looking towards implementing the New Zealand method of crossbreeding. Most of the breeders that veers towards the three-way crossbreeding are situated in the Eastern Cape area of South Africa. This is an area that is closest to New Zealand environmentally. There are different reasons for breeders opting to crossbreed rather than continuing on a purebred path. Those who choose to crossbreed their Jerseys tend to keep their herd on a 50-50 scale with purebred and crossbred animals. The role that the milk buyer plays in this decision is a pertinent one. Many opt to go with this route to increase their milk volume by crossbreeding with a New Zealand Friesian genetic, as their stature is not as big as a Holstein cow. Some feel that crossbreeding will improve their fertility rate. Some crossbreed to improve their feet and legs of animals for the area that they are farming in, and for others it is to obtain their own breeding goals. As mentioned before, we have exported quite a few animals up into Africa to our fellow African countrymen, and we are so glad to be able to share our Jerseys with them. But we have found that sourcing heifers for future export is becoming more difficult due to the vast numbers that has already left the country. Another aspect that we found that contributes to the heifers being much harder to source is that some of our breeders has experienced that the input costs or the raising costs to the animals versus that which they are offered for the animals once again does not add up, and therefore they have opted to AI their heifers or their cows to, or a percentage of that at least, to beef semen to make up for the deficits that they are experiencing in prices. The Jersey cow has proven herself reliable over and over again to help address the challenges Africa is experiencing in food production as well as finances. We also feel that the South African Jersey has much genetically to offer all our fellow Jersey breeders worldwide. We as Jersey SA is very excited about the future of our breeders as well as our animals. We would like to thank you for spending some time with us today and enjoying what we all love, a beautiful Jersey cow. Take care, keep safe, and God bless.